As we know, in politics, there are some rather colorful members stealing the spotlight for the wrong reasons. We'll get to that in a moment. But first up, Middle East tensions are the top headline with campus protests coast to coast. Let's talk about it tonight with my guests tonight. You know them. They're our dynamic duo, Naysa, Woomer, Kristal, both up late with me tonight here on the Final Five. Guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome back.
Good. Yeah. Glad to be back.
Yeah.
Miss us?
I have missed you. And the Kristi Noem stuff is what we're going to get to that in a moment because there's so much we can talk about. I want to start though with what we saw really playing out in D.C. this morning. The raid. They ended that encampment at George Washington. Something we're seeing across the country. And a lot of people are looking at this and saying, what are the political ramifications going into November? Are people paying attention to this, not just from the world perspective, but from a political perspective?
Well, I think it's bad for the president. Unfortunately, I think, you know, students protesting across the country, so this isn't just unique to the DMV area. I don't see this playing out for him well. I'm glad that he's stating now that he's not going to continue sending weapons to Israel, but really, folks are just asking him to call for a ceasefire and to stop this indiscriminate killing that's happening. And while it might not be a popular position, it's something that is really dominating the news cycle.
Yeah, that's one's just, I've really been vocal about it on social media, and I think I'm glad that it's almost taken, what, 2 weeks for this to finally settle down at GW. But I think one of the big things that I'm noticing right now is that it seems like, you know, younger people are going to be interested in this, but there are bigger things that it seems like, I think it was on MSNBC's Morning Joe, where they were talking about younger people and just saying that they were more interested in things like, you know, the economic level type of stuff, and like Israel kind of fell at the bottom of this. But what I'm really concerned with, especially with young kids, is that, you know, when I was in college, we were never supposed to post any pictures on Facebook of like when we went out and partied. And what's going on right now on campuses is that this could really have serious damages for students who are trying to graduate from college and trying to find a real job, whether they were part of this protest or not.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult time.
I think, and granted, I mean, this now is, I mean, we did not have social media. Back in my day, we had no social media in college. But you're right, because the pictures are out there. But it goes back to the idea that we've talked about colleges for decades and decades have been this hotbed of activism. And in some regard, okay, good, kids are getting involved. But then the message gets muddied. It's not everybody out there is pro-Hamas, you know, and I think that's what some people want to put out there. But there are disturbing messages and things being put out there into the ether that I think really have distracted from the humanitarian crisis.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think there will always be intruders on any protest in any place that it happens. I think the challenge here is these are students who are paying to go to college, thousands of dollars every single year, and to have these images out there and to have this experience imprinted in their mind, you know, these are future voters. And so what do you do about that as the president, and you're heading into November knowing that the youth vote is very critical for your reelection? Okay,
we got a lot of things to get through here. I want to talk, though, about what's happening on the congressional side. First things first, Henry Cuellar, the congressman from Texas, was just indicted. There's some $600,000 bribery scheme alleging that he had some conduct with Mexico and Azerbaijan. He's a Democrat. He's been indicted, but we're not hearing the calls for him to step down like we heard other embattled members of Congress. Like, for example, I don't know, George Santos. Naysa? Yes.
You rang?
Having worked for the former congressman, we're not hearing that. But what's the difference? Is there a difference here?
Yeah, there's a huge difference here. And to me, I think this seems very hypocritical that House Democrats are being incredibly silent on this. And they're actually supporting, sorry, I never noted Cuellar.
But you do have, like Dean Phillips has said, step down, you know. But we're not talking about
from the leadership.
Exactly, yeah.
And, I mean, and here's the thing. Like, when I worked with Santos, it was just, you were seeing it from the Democrats, but then you also had Republicans such as members like Mike Lawler, Nick Lota, and Anthony Desposito, who were all calling for him to step down. And they eventually got him formally expelled because they did the formal process of an investigation, and they found it was a damning ethics report, and they along with 105 Republican House members, had formally expelled him. And I think the same should exactly be going through with Cuellar, and the fact that this is actually a little bit worse than George Santos.
And by the way, Bob Menendez is another one on the where you have like John Fetterman has at least said, you know, step down. He's been very vocal about it. But again, you're not seeing leadership say.
Yeah, I think it's a misstep on the Democrats' part. I think, you know, they should be calling for him to step down because it's a distraction. Again, we're in the middle of a big election season, and this could come back to haunt Democrats. This could come back to hurt Democrats. And so what I think they should do is at least just say you should step down until, you know, your case is resolved, just to not be a distraction to the party.
All right, now I want to go to Kristi Noem because that has been, at least for the media perspective, as we've been watching that, I don't know how you take that, but if you are, as a Democrat, if you were asked to advise Kristi Noem, are you watching this with, like, what's she going to say next? Or would you say at some point, stop doing the interviews?
You know, she's the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, every single interview she does, it's a mess. She doesn't lie with a straight face. She can't keep her story straight. And I think for Democrats, it's something that we can play on over and over again, put them in an ad. But she's actually crashing and burning in real time.
But if you're in I was going to say San Diego, South Dakota, you know, she is somebody who has been elected statewide twice in South Dakota. You know, are her vice presidential prospects as dead as cricket?
Oh, they're more than dead than cricket. They're dead as cricket and the goat that she killed.
Yeah,
so,
and the 3 horses.
And the partridge in a pear tree. It's unfortunate, and you know, and I personally do not think that she is being advised by her communications team. I think this is the publicist who's part of the book tour, and it's just been no one is advising her.
Yeah.
And the fact that she flipped out on Stuart Varney on Fox News, that just
and by the way, Newsmax too. Newsmax was asking her. I'm like, wow. Like there's something wrong there. All right, gosh, we can talk about that for a long while. I have to leave it at that. Naysa, Kristal, good to see you both.
Good to see you as well.
We covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time. When we come back, stick around because we have more coming up here on the Final Five.